guys did against them in the transition game in the finals. How did they get loose tonight?
Man, they started out. They were hungry. Energy, enthused, especially to start out the game. Converted on a lot of our turnovers, a lot of our mistakes, and it's a good ball club. So they did what they were supposed to do. From the start, they jumped on us and never looked back.
Even back to the finals, there were some big margins of victories for either team, and then it swayed back and forth. How do you guys move forward, considering this 35-point loss, and try to file it away as you play other regular season?
By preparing for Phoenix, preparing to leave here, go back and continue the regular season. It's the best way we know how. Obviously, there's some things that we can correct. Had a walkthrough this morning. Definitely, we didn't have 4 days to prepare or anything like that. I mean, it's just a regular season game. It's, as hyped as it could be. They took care of business, and we respect that. But now it's time for us to move on, go back home, and take care of business.
Anything else? Was there a lot just talked about with this game, just because you guys had a pretty good winning streak on the Warriors? Maybe this game seemed like it meant more, or it was more important for them.
I guess. I mean, that's what that's where all the power lies in you guys' hands in terms of what's the hype about. I mean, it's just two great teams playing. So, there's no streak, there's no anything for me personally. I mean, I don't really pay attention to any of that. It's just another chance for us to get better. Obviously, some things that we can get better at tonight, and it showed that out there. And I know it'll show on film when we watch it in a few days, and then we'll move on.
You did a pretty good job of controlling Steph in the last game, but also last year's finals. What was different today about the way he played?
And he was making shots. It's as simple as that. In transition, off pick and rolls, doing what he does. It makes him a great player.
You guys finished 3-3 in the trip. What do you take out of it?
That we need practice, and we need to integrate. The new lineup that we have now. Shump starting at the 1. Integrating Kyle as best we can, and just preparing how to execute better defensively. A lot of leads that we gave up on this road trip, things that we can definitely correct on, and that we will going forward. Huh?
Does it feel like a rivalry when you guys play out there?
No, man. Why would it feel like a rivalry? What's the definition of a rivalry, though?
Two teams playing in the finals, and heated matchups, a lot of back and forth talk.
Nah, man. I know Bulls, Pistons. I know Lakers, Celtics. I mean, where they're going at it literally every single time. I mean, that's a legit. I think you got to give a few more years to legit call it a rivalry. I mean, hopefully these two teams can, our two teams can stick together and we could call it rivalry over the course of a few years. But, I mean, both teams have changed so much since the 3-year span that we've been playing against one another. So, we just try to do the best we can, go out there, give a show for the fans, compete at a high level. If we meet in the finals, great. We leave it out there on the floor and then we move on.
You guys are 29-11 through 40 games. How would you assess pretty much how the first half was going?
That we just got to utilize every single game to get better. That's it, man. The regular season is just about that. New pieces that, like I said, that we got to integrate. So,
Ron, what'd you make of this one tonight?
They put it on us. Put it on us real good. And started with the transition buckets. I think they had 34 in the first half, and obviously you can't recover from that. So they played a hell of a game, and they was clicking on all facets of the game.
They seem to be a lot more physical tonight than they usually are.
Yeah.
Before the Christmas game, LeBron, you had expressed some maybe concerns about trying to figure out how to defend them with almost no time to prepare. And it went relatively well, but tonight it seemed like they were able to exploit some things that they could.
Well, I mean, they got off to a good lead in the first game on Christmas, and we was able to we got some timely stops in the fourth quarter. Kyrie got going, and we was able to get back into that game. It's a dangerous team. They got so many different options, so many guys that can not only create for themselves, but they do a great job of having guys that can create for others. And I said it before, when you have, Steph, KD, Draymond, Iguodala, Livingston, Zaza, those guys can create for other guys. So it always keeps your defense off balance.
The collision with Draymond, what happened?
I think his shoulder hit me in the face. But it happened so fast, I didn't even know who it was. But I'm all right. I'm a football player.
Is there anything about today's outcome that reflects on where you guys, or what you guys been playing like the last couple of weeks?
Well, we're still a work in progress. I've been telling you that. I mean, it's nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun. We're a work in progress. We still got to, continue to get better. We've had some injuries this year that's kind of hampered us. We've had some guys sit out that's hampered us a little bit. So, you know, we still got, you know, we got a lot of time still, you know, which is a positive, but it's no secret. How we've been playing lately is, you know, we made a trade, we lose our starting two guard. You know, Kyrie went out for a few games. You know, tonight, Kev wasn't able to finish the game, so we know we're capable of when we're fully healthy.
Ron, you've done such a great job on. How's this rivalry rank among all the rivalries in your career?
I don't think it's a rivalry. I think it's just two great teams, just have aspirations. I don't believe I've ever had a rivalry in the NBA. It's just too many guys move and go places, and teams are different look. You know, it's just, you know, it's totally different from, you know, the 80s when obviously we saw, you know, the Celtics and the Lakers go at it so much, and you know, I don't look at it as a rivalry.
How did Steph get loose tonight? You guys have done such a great job on him during last year's finals and the first game this time. What was different about it this time?
What was different? I mean, he's an MVP. He's a two-time MVP. You know, you don't do you expect anything less of him? You know, he put himself in position to be successful. He had 9 first-quarter assists, was then allowed him to get off because he was keying in on other guys. But you know, it's no secret. You know, he's capable of doing that every night.
I feel like you guys early on, obviously turnovers are a factor in this game, but maybe settled for too many long-range shots early instead of attacking them. That created some of their transition points.
Well, we're a long-range shooting team at times. That's part of our game. That was not the case. The case we just didn't get back in transition. It's something we'd be better at going on the season, not just against the Warriors, but against everybody.
Joe, last one.
I mean, you may have already said it. You mentioned when fully healthy, you know you guys are capable. But what is it that just allows this team to get over really bad nights sometimes against the Warriors? You had one last year, 34. This one, 35 or whatever. How do you get past that?
You watch film, you see ways you can get better, and it's a long season. It's an 82-game season. We're at the halfway point, I believe. Right now, I think we're 28-11. I believe we're 29-11. Put us at 40. So, you know, you can't let these type of games, you know, hang over your head too long, because then you can have a 3 or 4 game stretch where you're not playing good basketball because you're worried about what happened in a certain city or against a certain team. So, you know, we got to continue to get better. You know, which we will. Our coaching staff will put us in a position to be successful, and then we got to go out and play no matter who's in the lineup. But, you know, like I said, it's been tough for us, you know, over the last couple of weeks just with the injuries and guys in and out of the lineup. And but we'll figure it out. We're a veteran ball club, and we'll figure it out.